My name is Daniel Ligante. I'm from Austria and I live in Linz. Before I started taking correspondence guitar lessons with Tom Hess, I didn't have any guitar teacher for a long time. I used to have like 2 to 3 guitar teachers, but I stopped with them because it was either weird or they weren't prepared, or the usual things you encounter. Like, it was hard to find a really good teacher. Then, like, after 2 or 3 years, I was like, okay, I think I have the fundamentals down and I'm going to teach myself. But then of course you run into the problem that if you don't have like an actual plan, which is hard to find for yourself if you're just starting to learn, you get stuck somewhere, then frustration comes up, and then someday you come across Tom Hess Society and you can totally relate to the articles he puts in there. You're like, wow, okay, this guy really knows what he's talking about actually. And that's what got me into all this, like just searching on the internet, what's out there. And then I tried a lesson, and I was nearly overwhelmed by the amount of material he gave me just in one lesson. I was like, wow, it's amazing. I want to continue doing this. Well, I chose to take correspondence guitar lessons with Tom Hess because he just seemed very knowledgeable and how to teach teach students, because he has a lot of experience with that. Well, I like taking correspondence guitar lessons with Tom Hess. First of all, because of the quality of the material he has, and also although it's only guitar lessons, a lot of people might think it's not personalized, but you can fill out what actually your goals are, and he will put that into your lesson materials. Really respect that. Not like usual guitar teachers put okay, here's a cookie cutter approach, go on it, go on it for it. Also a lot that you can send him videos every once in a while, so you get actually feedback on it. You also have the option to go on the forum, ask a lot of people what your struggles just right now are. Also maybe post a video of you playing something and just getting some feedback, not only from Tom Hess, but also from all the people that are involved with the program. Yeah, you see in his approach how he goes about it, how he gives the lesson. There's a real plan behind it, a structured approach, and you can really see that he's a very experienced guitar teacher to do that. Since starting the correspondence guitar lessons, one of my biggest goals was to learn how to actually sweep pick. Of course, I went to YouTube and tried to learn it there, but you don't see how you actually do it. They're just just go and do it like this, but not actually approach how to start slow. So I was really amazed how fast I started to learn just sweep picking. And then of course a lot of things came in, like playing scales, playing really nice melodies to a backing track, because usually when you start out you're just playing scales and it doesn't sound like music at all. Also before I didn't want to learn scales because it's the usual uneducated thought about if you have scales then it all sounds, it cuts out the creativity, but that's totally not true if you know how to go about it. And what else? It's so many things that gotten better, rhythm playing is tighter, improvising is completely uncomparable to before. And so many small things, vibrato, how to control it, how to do a bent vibrato, because usually it's very hard for people to do that, and he explains it so easy. So you can actually, you understand it, then you get like an approach how you can deal with it and practice it, and if you do that, it becomes great. Well, being in such an environment, it changes everything actually, because like a lot of things you usually would have thought, okay, I'm maybe not cut out to do, but then you see this other guy who started maybe like at the same level or even below you, and he's ripping it off and shredding. You're just like, okay, I guess I can do it as well. And then you actually start making a lot of progress just by flipping your mindset a little bit and turning around. Like not blocking it off like, oh, I will never do that. You're just like, okay, I'll give it a go. I'll practice and I'll get there. Being on the forum is, like, I've been guilty of not, like at the beginning, not writing a lot, because you're like nearly overwhelmed with the mountains and mountains of information that is there. So you just have to go through all the things, and or even use the search if you have like some specific problems, because there's probably been someone who's been at the exact same point. And yeah, it's not like usually when you have normal guitar lessons somewhere that you just have the teacher who can give you like one approach, but also like a lot of other experienced guitar teachers just being on that same forum, they can really like give you advice on all the different things you might struggle with. Well, this forum is differently than other forums you usually find online, because first of all, the quality of the people that are there. Second, like, well, kind of adds to the first one, like the mindset of the people is like completely different. And it's really like a safe environment. You feel that you can share different things, you can show things without being judged for it. And people are just like, yeah, I get it, I've been there. Or like, oh yeah, I'm actually struggling with the same things now. So this is what I've been doing. Or the other people that are more experienced are like, okay, you could do this or this and this and that. And it's, yeah, I think the most important thing is that you can just be who you are in comparison to other forums where you kind of have to keep a face, because people will probably, there will be like this one troll or the other guy who will just ruin your day by pouring salt into yeah, it's like that doesn't happen that at all, over there at all. So yeah, that's, I think, the greatest takeaway you could have. Such a big support group.